Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. This ought to be a big treat. This is from Floyds. This is their Behemoth. And I've had this beer quite a while. I don't have a damn sticker on the back of it to who sent it to me because I can't get Floyds here. But I've had it for quite a while. So it's been cellaring in the fridge. So not exactly sure. And they usually date their stuff. But it is sweating profusely since I took it out of the fridge about 5 minutes ago. So we'll look at the bottle, and it's got wax on it. Anytime you see wax on a beer, especially a big bottle like this, it usually means it's a pricey beer. So with that being said, we'll see where this one ends up. I'm a big fan of Floyds beers. They don't distribute it here in this part of Virginia. So like I said, I don't know where this came from. I'm surprised I don't have a sticker or a piece of tape with somebody's name on the back of this, but I've had it quite a while. So we'll see. We'll see what this one brings to the table. And this is a barley wine, and it is a big barley wine coming in at, it says 12% here. It has 12% on Rate Beer and 10.5 on Beer Advocate. So let's see what's written on the bottle. If there is anything written on the bottle, a lot of times it is not. I did not see it on this side. It says 10.5% here. A huge sweet barley wine with complex caramel malt notes balanced by generous hopping and high alcohol content. This fruity and malty beer is best enjoyed while keeping warm in the brutal winter months. 10.5%. Well, we're not in the brutal winter months. We're in the brutal summer frickin' months. Yeah, I'm reviewing this. This is the final beer of the evening for me. I'm reviewing this on the August 1st. And it was 90 frickin' degrees today. But it's the final beer of the evening. So I like to finish up the evening with a big stout or a big barley wine. So that's what I'm doing here. So, they have, on Rate Beer, they have different versions and different ABVs. And they have different wax codes here. And this one has orange wax on it. And they're telling me the orange wax is a 2013 bottle release. So, going by what Rate Beer says, it's a 2013 version with the orange wax. And it could be a 2012 red wax. It looks more orange to me. What do you think, guys? Is that orange? It looks orange to me. And that's just another added expense as far as I'm concerned. These guys has got somebody standing in the bottle line dipping all these bottles into wax so they can charge you more money. That's just my opinion. I don't think the wax is helping anything. The beer is carbonated and trying to get out, not the air trying to get in. So that's just another reason for them to charge you more money. Just my opinion. And it is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. So I will say what's on my mind. I think wax on a bottle is like tits on a borehole. It's useless. It's just another reason for them to charge you more money. So I felt good. I had to say that. Alright, let's get on with this one, guys. Food pairing for this style of beer, it says cheese is sharp, blue cheddar, your more stronger pungent cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger, and it says general dessert digestive. That means you can have it after dinner, before dinner, during dinner, whenever the frick you want to have it. That's basically what that means. They really don't care, and neither do I. You can have it before dinner, you can have it during dinner, or you can have it after dinner. Whatever blows your frickin' hair back. That's what I say. Can you tell I've already had a beer already? Probably so. But that's the way it is. I appreciate everybody joining in and stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today for this beer review. Well over 2,000 beer, 2,100 beer reviews now. Almost 20-some thousand subscribers. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I enjoy, even though I don't comment a lot anymore because of all the comments I do get and stuff, other than liking your comments and stuff. I'm not taking that for granted, guys. I do appreciate everybody that watches and posts positive comments. So, with that being said, we've already given you the food pioneers. Glass, water, pint, Becker, Nonic, tumbler, snifter. Got my favorite snifter and can be sold for long periods of time. Evidently so, if the wax color indicates this is a 2013 edition, and they usually date their stuff, but I don't know if they were dating everything in 2013. So I'll look at the bottle when I come back with the final chug and see if there's any kind of dating on it. But I think they've only been dating a couple of years, so it may not have any date on it. I guess the wax is the only indication of what year that it was put in the bottle. Alright, that's it. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Get my knife out so I can cut this wax, this useless fucking, whoops, did the F-bomb. Useless, silly ass wax that they put on these bottles just so they can charge them more money. That's how I feel about it, guys. That's just me. Alright, nice big hiss, a little bit of smoke. Down the center on the back end of the pour. Not much carbonation here on this one either, guys, just like yesterday's beer. Not a lot of carbonation. About a quarter finger of head over to the light, very brown and murky. A lot of barley wines are this color. A lot of barley wines this color. Not a lot of light through here, just a little bit through the thin part of the glass on the bottom. Let's get a nose on it. Big sweet malt. Sweet, sweet, sweet malt. Especially for a 10.5%er. Caramel, toffee. Wonderful aroma. Definitely aged very well for the aroma that I'm getting. Let's give it a taste. The head is dissipated. Hardly any at all now. Let's taste it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Super big sweetness. Rich roasted malt. Caramel. Super big caramel and toffee notes on this beer. If you're into the barley wines, this is a great beer to cellar. Super beer to cellar. And the wax is going to make absolutely zero effect on cellaring this beer, other than making you pay for it. Pay a lot more for it at the checkout counter. Wax does not impress me, guys. What's inside the bottle impresses me more than somebody standing at the bottling line and putting different color wax on different year bottles to charge you more money. That's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. Hardly ever had a beer that the oxygen had got in, unless the cap was defective and it wasn't bottled correctly, of oxidation getting into the beer. Usually it's under pressure, and the air and the beer and the carbonation is wanting to force the beer out of the bottle, not let air into the bottle. So a lot of people are big fans of the wax. I am not one of them. It's just a way for them to charge you more money. you see wax on the top of the beer, it's usually got a $5 to $10 more on the price tag. So, not a fan of it. I guess everybody that's been watching my reviews knows that. So, not a fan of it. Keep the wax to yourself. Keep the wax out of your ears and off the bottles. That's the way I feel. Sorry, it's just me. Well, let's sip on this and see where this one ends up after I sip on it about 30 minutes and share the other half of this bottle with the other half and see what she thinks of it and get ready for some dinner. Yeah, that's a ticket. Final beer of the evening for me. I'll be back. I'm going to sip on it about 30 minutes, but it won't take you long. I'll be back in about a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little bit left here, but sipping on about 30 minutes or so. Very tasty. I will say that. It is very tasty. A nice representation of what a barley wine should be. I enjoyed this. This is very nice. Very heavy on the caramel toffee notes. Nice sweetness on the back end. Not getting a whole lot more from this beer. With the orange wax that's on the bottle. According to Rate Beer, it's a 2013 edition. And I looked at the bottle when I come back, and there is no other dating on the beer other than the orange wax. So this is probably before they started dating each individual bottle. This is my guess, just guessing on that, because they are dating their stuff now. And they're saying that 2014 has blue wax, and 15 has purple wax, and 16 has black metallic wax. So looking at this bottle, it looks like a 13 bottle to me, and that's the only thing I can go by. So very tasty. It's selling very well, and being at 10.5%, they've got it listed at 12% on Rate Beer, but it does have 10.5% on Beer Advocate. So that's what the bottle has on it too. So I don't know if they're changing the recipe from year to year or what the deal is there, but this is a 10.5%er. Just a little bit of booziness on the back end, not much. Very enjoyable beer. I did enjoy this beer. It's very nice, very well made. Waxes like ticks on a boar hog as far as I'm concerned, but we'll do the final chug anyway. Very nice. A prime example of what a barley wine should be. Rich, heavy, sweet barley, caramel, super sweet toffee, slight hint of some booziness, not much at all. If you're drinking this, if this is the first barley wine you ever had, it's probably going to blow your palate out of your mouth. But for me, with the beers that I've reviewed, this is very, very nice. It's very tasty. A great beer for the final beer of the evening, which it is for me. So very tasty. Very, very tasty. For me, guys, on this one, orange wax is your only indication of what the year is, because in 2013, I don't think they was dating the bottles in. So you would actually have to have your phone to figure that out. Even if it's still available on a shelf somewhere. And being this big a beer, it could be. It could still be sitting on a shelf somewhere. I doubt it, but it could be. So hopefully they're dating the 14, 15, and 16 editions. Other than the wax, they got some kind of bottle on date on the bottle, which is what I've become familiar with these guys now. So, and they were pretty arrogant. They know they make some great beers, and they felt like with this beer and before that the beer sold so fast, they didn't need to put a bottle on date on it. So, but they have stepped up to the plate, and recently have started put the bottle on date on there. So, but I think this one was before they done that. So. Your smartphone is your only friend in a beer store a lot of times now to look up dating on a lot of these beers. But this is pretty tasty. It's selling very well. So for me, guys, I do think it's an A beer, but other than having the wax color coating on it, we have no idea. If you went in there and you didn't have your smartphone with you and you were looking at it, you would have no idea. how old the beer was. But being a barley wine and being a 10.5%er, it's going to sell it very well. But would like to see them have put a vintage on it then, other than just a color-coded wax on it. So we're going to leave it at that. I'm gonna give it the 8, which is A minus 90 for me as far as a numeric rating on this. If they had put a vintage on it, I probably would give it a 9, but they did not. So not a lot of people have smartphones, and most of you do. I do, but a lot of people still don't. If you're into the craft beers, you probably already upgrade to a smartphone if you want to find out some of the dating on some of this stuff, because they still do not do dating on all the beers. So, with that being said, I did enjoy this. It's very nice. I would buy this beer if it had some other vintage on it. If I went to look for a 2016 version, other than the wax code, if it had a bottle on date on it somewhere written on the bottle, I would buy it again. It's pretty damn tasty. It's a nice beer. Very well made beer. Let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate has no information, and I don't understand that, since this beer was done in 2013 and they have absolutely none as far as ratings. Nobody has rated this beer, so I do not understand that. What the hell's up with that? So we'll go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 100 overall, 100 in the style. Pretty impressive numbers there. Pretty impressive. I wouldn't go there. They're going to have to put a little more information on the label for me to give them that number. Even though it's a very tasty beer, and I would buy that beer if it was available here and they had a date code on it. But they do not. So, very nice beer. And over to Untapped. I told you I was going to start using that a little bit more. Untapped has it at 4.09. Not quite to the 5 category, but good numbers there. 65 in the monthly check-ins on their beers, so I'm assuming that's within the last 30 days. Very nice. Once you get to the 4 category, it's usually a pretty tasty beer. Anywhere between the 4 and the 5 category, it's pretty impressive. And this is a nice beer. A great beer for the final beer of the evening, and I shared the other half of this with the other half, and she liked it too. It was pretty tasty. So, if you've had this one from Floyds, their Behemoth, this was the 2013 edition according to the wax color that I have. So, if you've had this one, let me know what you think, guys, and come on back tomorrow. Let's dig something tasty out of the fridge. Yeah, can't wait. See you then.